For scissor cutting, the first thing is to develop the grasp, the way to hold the scissors. And before a child is able to hold the scissors, you might just do some play with tweezers or tongs, different gadgets like this that they can just be grasping and pinching things and picking things up and moving them around. So you're using the same digits as you do, the same fingers as you do for scissors. When children first start using scissors, they often hold them like this. They'll hold them upside down and cut like this. They'll often need to actually be taught that the small hole is for the thumb, and then the fingers can go through the other, and they'll hold it some way like this. If a child can't master a regular scissors, there are different types of, these are called kloopy scissors, or you can get spring-loaded scissors, where when you squeeze it closed, it bounces open so that you're only having to do one action. The first things with scissors is literally just the opening and closing, just making random snips, being able to do that, and being able to hold the scissors and hold the paper at the same time. Once a child is able to do that, you can move on to teaching them to try to line up the scissors with a target line, teaching them to hold both with the thumb on top. You're trying to wait until the scissors is on the line before you close it. So going slowly and just trying to line it up. Then you might teach them to cut along kind of a simple shape, just straight line shapes. So again, you're going up to it, wait until the scissors is on the line, and cutting. They can just cut all the way. Then you're teaching them to turn the page, and again, your thumb is on top, near to the line you're cutting. You wait until you're on the line, closing the scissors. So you don't have to be too precise on these, you can overcut, and that's okay. So you're teaching them to turn it, line up with the line, and close. Then before you move on to cutting more complex shapes, you need to practice controlling the cut of the scissors, basically stopping the cut. So you wait till you're on your line, then you're watching for the end of the line, and you're slowly closing the scissors until you stop. You might draw a little cap on the top of the lines for them to practice on. They have to stop when they get to the end of it, and you'll practice that. Then you're ready to move on to cutting more complex shapes. Sometimes children need to almost have this split up into each cut that they're going to make, because when they see this, they'll just kind of do a rough circly thing around it. So using a colouring pencil can be helpful, that you say, look, the first line you're going to cut is this one, the next line you're going to cut is this one, next line you're going to cut, and ideally they're spotting that and doing this themselves, but so that they can see that from the bottom of the house up to the top of the chimney, it's actually 4 individual cuts rather than one whew, round like that. So you're getting them again to hold a thumb on top. Your thumb kind of holds near to where you're cutting. Going to do your first cut, stop when you get there, turn the page, the next cut, stop. So it's a series of cuts and stops, and obviously to do that you need to be able to turn the page and control the cut, the close of the scissors. Once you've done some straight line ones, you're ready to move on to more wavy ones and circles. Slightly different skill on this. Your thumb is still going close to where you're going to be cutting, but this time I talk about your holding hand kind of steering the paper into the scissors. So generally you're going to try cut with the middle part of the scissors, gives you a little bit more neat control, and you're watching the line, and then when you get to this point you're going to turn it. So the scissors is staying pointing away, and it's your holding hand, bringing it back into the middle, it's your holding hand that's steering. So it's always the middle part of the scissors that's doing the cutting, and your left hand in my case is steering. Same with doing circles. So that rather than doing a series of kind of snips on a circle, which gives you a bumpier edge, you're trying to use the middle part of the scissors and your left hand do the steering.